I'm Chris.
I'm Adrian.
We are Booze Reviews. Today we are.
Have you had a stroke? We seem to be speaking really, really
Because we're not drunk. That's what it is. We're sober.
Yeah. I don't speak that slowly when I'm sober. Okay, well, welcome one and all. This is the first one of the night. Oh no, we're letting them behind the curtain. It's always the first one of the night.
Yeah,
but
we're doing this one.
Yeah, this one.
It's a new launch from Pommery.
Yeah.
I know you're saying it's not new. It's been in the shop for months.
It was new.
It was new when we got it.
Yes,
and it's probably available now. Might be available now.
Depending, of course, where you are.
Yeah. So it was launched in the summer. It's their Blanc de Blanc. That's white of whites, which is a different style of doing champagne. Most champagne is made with black grapes. This is made with white grapes, hence white from white. Blanc de Blanc. There you go. Now, the type of grape they use is chardonnay, so it gives a slightly different flavour from your normal type of champagne that you normally get around. So, expecting something kind of different.
So what kind of grapes do they normally put in champagne?
Pinot Noir. Well, it depends.
Well,
It depends. Normally they do a bit of a blend. So it's Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, and maybe a bit of Chardonnay, and all depends on a bit of a percentage.
Okay, yeah. That's good to
This
know.
one is 100%
100% Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. So you'll find some champagnes are Blanc de Noir. They're Blanc de Noir, and they tend to be 100% Pinot Noir. Yeah, I'm getting it.
Yeah. Okay.
I had notes and stuff about dosage and all that good stuff. That is there. I don't think it's particularly high. I think it's about 6 grams. Reams. Yeah, I've got my notes. I don't know where the bloody notes are. I just needed to film it. Anyway, behind the curtain, man. So, yes, you may have many questions, or you may have none. But we're opening this and we're going to have some. So, any other questions before we pop it open?
Any idea what it costs?
50 to 70 quid a bottle.
Okay, yeah.
So many thanks to Pommery for letting me have the bottle. Finally, I told you I was going to do it.
Thank you. We're not worthy.
We're not worthy. We're worthy.
We're grateful. That's what we are.
Yes,
we're definitely grateful. Thank you.
12.5%. The reason why we're using these glasses is champagne flutes are just rank, really. Oh, sorry, champagne flutes are rank. Pretty much like the standard whiskey glass that most people use. Completely wrong for the bloody drink you're drinking. You want to get a nice curved glass, tulip shape, get the smell, enjoy the bubbles, preserve that atmosphere within the glass, not just straight up into space. Waste. Absolute waste. They're looking for apple, and there was, I think it was...
I get green apple.
Yes, it was green apple. I think there was some lavender as well, and some other thing. So they've got a mix of smells that they had scent there at the launch. So you can actually...
Oh, so you can smell the scent and go, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And yeah, it was very effective.
Okay.
And yeah, there is a myriad of different smells, but it's quite light, very refreshing.
Yes.
It was launched in the summer to be a summer drink, but we are getting to that season.
To be jolly.
Maybe we're getting to Valentine's.
No, I reckon it will be out before then.
Yeah, so
it could be champagne of the year.
I think it's in the running for champagne of the year. I do. Yeah, I think it's in top slot.
Yes.
Got slightly umami kind of tangy thing going on, which you expect from Blanc de Blanc. It's one reason why I quite like it, but it's got kind of...
It's got all the nice things that I remember about Chardonnay wines, and none of the things which eventually got to me about Chardonnay wines, which was found them slowly to get more and more buttery in terms of a flavour profile from the wines, you know, the Chardonnay white wines. This has that lovely fruitiness that I associate with Chardonnay, but none of that butteriness. It's because mainly because it's a bit dry being champagne, that it loses that slight kind of oily texture that I've associated with the wine. But yeah, it's crisp, it's light, quaffable.
Indeed, I've developed a quite liking for Blanc de Blanc. It's because it's so different from, they tend to be quite different from just ordinary Blanc de Noir, normal stuff, which can be quite sharp and stringent sometimes, really, really dry. Whereas
I'm not a fan of dry champagne.
this one is actually quite light for a Blanc de Blanc. Quite a lot of the Blanc de Blancs really do come with a really what I call a kind of brioche flavour. It's really quite almost chewy. And it's, kind of really umami, kind of, and maybe that's kind of buttery flavour we don't really get on with, maybe. But you've got the Blanc de Noirs.
Oh, Blanc de Noir?
Yeah, so it's the Blanc de Noirs that can be quite sharp. Whereas most champagnes, they are a bit of a blend, so you get some that do have kind of interesting flavour as well. It's always worth trying to play with them, because each champagne house has different flavour profile. They've got different land they grow on, the terroir, so it can be chalky or clay or really white, whatever, high elevation, low elevation.
Chalky?
Yeah. There's champagne tends to grow where it's tough to grow anything else.
It's kind of lucky they discovered champagne, really. Otherwise, they'd been right up the creek.
Indeed.
But nice. It's easily drinkable. I'll give it that. And because it's not so dry, I find it easy to deal with.
The dosage isn't very high. I think.
Dosage? What's dosage?
Dosage, yes. Dosage is when they add a little bit of they call it sugar. What they call it, fruit sugar.
To help the process along.
Yeah, help the process and raise up the flavour, so it isn't just like vinegar. So the more sugar you add, the higher the dosage, so you tend to get a sweeter wine. A lot of people like, for whatever reasons, want a lower dosage because they feel it's got more purity, purer flavour and pure profile. Some zero growth dosage wines are exquisite, some are not. So you'll find some wines have got a very high dosage and go, oh, well, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Tastes alright. I can understand why they have to throw a load of sugar in it. Doesn't make it terrible, it's just they have a high dosage.
It's different,
yeah. And the amount of dosage, the amount of sugar they put in it determines what they can call it. So whether it's extra brut,
I see, right. So
sec, demi-sec.
Okay.
So that's the bit that determines what they can call it. So I know it's a nice golden, appley, slightly green. I know I like quite good. They're quite white.
Yes.
So nice hue, nice fizz, pleasant all around.
Yeah. Definitely a slightly appley aftertaste, which I quite like.
Yeah, that's what they were aiming for.
Good, but I think they got it spot on. 39.
All right.
39. Yeah. Yeah. It's all right. I like it.
All right.
How about
Is that all considering the price range and what the...
It's right in there because I think maybe there's one or two I've had which are, to my taste, higher up there, but it's definitely something I would buy because one, I actually like the taste of it, and you can go by myself. It's can't be anything less than 39, can it?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it definitely gets the Adrian seal of approval, whatever that means.
Well, considering the idea is like, oh, champagne.
I'm not the greatest champagne fan, so high praise indeed, perhaps.
Yeah, it's like, really? Right.
Yeah.
Me? Yeah, I'm going to give it a 42.
Hmm.
It's much lighter
Yeah.
in flavour profile than standard Blanc, but I think that's what they were going for in the first place.
Mhm.
I was lucky enough to try their range, and they have others that are more robust in flavour. But yeah, so they have others that are more robust in their flavour profile across their range. So they do cover it. So they know exactly where they want to do. It wasn't a case of,
Yes.
we couldn't get that flavour. It was like, no.
There was a profile and a point in their
There you went.
their flavour chart where they went, there, that spot.
Yeah, we
Okay.
want that nice, crisp, summery flavour.
Yes.
And they went for it.
Yes.
And there is a trend toward in the champagne side of things where Blanc is picking up. People are turning towards
You know, I don't find that surprising because, as you mentioned, it was launched for the summer, and as a summertime drink, this is incredible. Very, very good. Have it very, very cold on a lovely and warm day, and it is just what you want. You know.
eminently quaffable.
Mm-hmm.
You will get through
Yes.
bottles of this
Yeah.
without noticing. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's perhaps the most worrying part, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, that's exactly what they designed it for. It's like, yeah, another bottle of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've run out. Whoops.
What I like about this as well, it being light, but it's still good for a range of meals. I feel it will pair very well with a lot of things. I vaguely remember there was a number of meat snacks that we had there. There was bits of fish, there was vegetables, all sorts of different things, and it paired very well across the spectrum. It's kind of sweetness, well, not sweet meat, but sweet flavoured meat and salted meats, and yeah,
It's funny.
very versatile.
I don't know why. I never think of pairings with champagne in that regard because I always think of the champagne as coming either before a meal or after a meal, but never during a meal. And maybe that's because I'm just not rich enough to be going to somewhere where the champagne is constantly flowing through the meal.
Well, it's not necessarily. I'm not
More
more from
lavish,
the.
perhaps.
No, not so much lavish. It's more a case of there'll be champagne. There's you're on a picnic and it's there, and you've got all this. You've got sandwiches and that kind of stuff, and someone's got a bottle bottling. That's what I'm thinking about.
Okay.
No, you're
That's
at a
interesting.
barbecue and there's a bottle there. It's not that it needs to necessarily be paired with a sit-down dinner. That's what I'm imagining in my head. I'm thinking more of a al fresco.
I like
affair.
the picnic slash tapas kind of
Yeah,
approach.
exactly.
That's got
Al
scope.
fresco, because it's that summery flavour. You're thinking outdoors and we're going to do something, and
Yeah.
I'll sandwich and so if it is ham and
Yeah.
chutney and blah blah blah. No. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. I think that'll be fine. On that note.